Okay. Hello guys, this is Joe. Thank you so much to join the community call this week. I think appreciate your coming, appreciate your time. We got some exciting news to share with you. And to be honest, usually I plan to announce that three related announcements in this community call. But just before I want to start this community call, I think the F2 pool just post some interesting things on the X on the Twitter. Everyone knows that today is a unforgettable day. Today, BTC have some jump related to the price, and to be honest, like when the price is getting below 55k, I think some miners they will not be profitable to continue their operation. And HAG, we deploy S21. All our mining servers on RAG is S21, and you can see the S21 is on the top of the list. The first one is the S21 hybrid. This is some like a new servers. Usually the accessibility is not that high, and S21 is a series that we adopted, and we have like 251 plus 70 mining servers, S21 brand new to be deployed. So I think we make some good decisions, and I think our investors, I think you are in a good positions, even though that the figures on chart not necessarily fit into the case like 100%, but I think in this sense you could have some in this chart you could have some sense like what would be the hash rate competition be like among the industry, and HAG we get a good positions in this competition. So yeah, I think this is a great news, and I think insightful information from the F2 pool to share with you at the very beginning of the community call. So again, I think thank you so much for coming, and I think feel free to leave your questions in whatever language your convenience. We will collect it, and I will try to answer you live. So this is agenda, the original agenda that I would like to share with you in this community call. So first we'll go through some exciting news related to R1 and R2. And second, I will go deep into the shutdowns that happened in June, and some like insights that I could share with you for the shutdowns and for the upcoming operation. And that's my list. I would like to shout out to some like community winners of June, and I would like to have some some incentive for you guys. I think in July. So yeah, here's our agenda. So first, yeah, we've worked hard with a fortune. To be honest, I think we closed I think in May, right? And I think it's pretty honest. To be honest, it's pretty fortunate for us to find the available stock for us to purchase directly, and hopefully, and we get it online and it's working. So for the round 1 and round 2 investors, we have S21 70 S21 with total 1,400 terahash of the hash rate adding to our observation link. So you could check out the same observation link. I think all our servers is online. The total servers will be 321 servers, and of course the batch we purchased is all brand new. So I think you could feel safe about this. And overall, I think for the round 1 and round 2 investors, since the servers is deployed and running right now, so you could start receiving your WBTC distribution in August without a doubt. So I think it's just like tranche 1 investors, or I think this is good for you. I think everyone who invests in HAG cares about the distribution, cares about the future of BTC. So I think this is a good news, definitely the good news for the round 1 and round 2 investors. And for round 1 investors, I think you get some additional, right, like additional benefits that we have announced. We announced that you could get additional token dividends, right, for if you invest in the round one. I think that is still the case. So here's the thing. So in August, you will receive your WBTC distribution that have your token distribution put into effect. That means that if you are qualified to get the token dividends in the round one, you could have the WBTC distributions from those token dividends as well. And I think one thing that is different for the round one and round two investors and the tranche one investor is that since the tranche two is not closed, so you will not get your HAG token at this moment of time. And I think you could only get the HAG token since we announced the tranche 2 is closed. But like I said, the most important thing is that you could start receiving your WBTC distribution starting in August. So I think this will be the most important thing, because I think most of investors will know the idea of mine and hold and realize that the value of HAG, part of the value of HAG is coming from the WBTC that we distributed every month. So I think I posted this chart in May, and hopefully I think there is some update to the date that we start the mining server operation. So July 28th will be July 1st. I think this is good news, and hopefully we have this 2 day be the same day. That means that once the mining server is online, we have those mining servers integrated with the old the mining pools, so that for these 2 days it will be the same in this case. So I think congratulations again for the round one and round two investors. Your mining server is online, and we get also the brand new S21, and you could tell that S21 is on the top list based on the information provided by the F2 pool, right? So yeah, congratulations again, and thank you so much for your support. So yeah, the next thing I would like to share is we make the announcement in June. It's related to the shutdown due to the extreme weather. So some like a scenario will be qualified as the extreme weather, and they might need they might force us to shut down the mining servers. So the extreme weather could be like the hot weather, the thunderstorm, the typhoon or hurricane, or some condition that is beyond our control. And I will go through it step by step. So for the hot weather, usually the hot weather will decrease the efficiency of mining, but for the hot weather in our case is that usually there will be the regulatory factors in the U.S. that will prevent the mining facility to shut down the mining servers, to prevent the local the citizens from the sudden electricity outage. So that means that because when you're getting hot, you might turn on your air conditions, right? So in this sense, since air condition consume a lot of electricity, so in this case, to prevent that, the local people could not enjoy their air conditions. So that's why some governments, most of the government in the U.S. will ask the mining facility to shut down the mining servers when the weather is getting hot. And the second thing is about thunderstorm. So for this case, that I think me personally, I got the experience that when there is a thunderstorm, when the thunderstorm hits your house, right, your electronic devices will be hurt and will be shut down, and you need to send those electronic devices to be repaired, right? So mining server is also the electronic devices. So when the thunderstorm coming, there will be the high chance that the mining servers will have some effect, the negative effect from this kind of weather. So at this time, I think we will have our management decisions whether to shut down or not. If we don't shut down, there might be the chance that the mining server will be will shut down, right? Because like the thunderstorms will just hurt the mining servers. So and if it need the server is harmed, that means that we need to take some additional days to repair those servers. I think they will cause more more negative effect to our profits compared to just shut down like a couple of hours, like a couple of hours versus a couple of days to be repaired. I think people could easily tell like which one is better. But of course, we will make our our management decision whether to shut down during the thunderstorm. And for typhoon and hurricane, of course, like your house might be blown away, right? So does the mining facility. So yeah, these are some examples about the extreme weather, but this is not limited to those scenario. All the like extreme condition that is beyond our control, will fit into this criteria, and we might have some decision whether to shut down the mining server at this moment of time. So yeah, this is some like elaboration about the extreme weather. So we cares about the holders because, like I mentioned in previously in the front, is that our holders cares about the WBTC distribution, and we also know that. So I think for the distribution that will take place tomorrow on July 5th, we will have the compensation for this time due to the shutdown in June. So here's a brief summary. So I will go through the detail about the reason for this and some policy we had in terms of the compensations. So even though I mentioned that the extreme weather or extreme conditions is beyond our control, but to make sure that our holders have some some distribution that you are all looking forward. So we might have some compensation plan for you. However, the determination to compensate in certain months or not will depends on our management decision. So in other way, this is not guaranteed. We will first measure the negative effect that is from the shutdown and determines those monthly compensations. And when we determine those monthly compensations, we will have some trying to make sure that our reserve pool is still healthy. And I think because usually the compensation will be from the quota, which is originally planned to be sent to the reserve pool that month. So we will take part of this quota from the reserve pool to become the compensation to distribute to the token holders that is qualified to receive the WBTC distribution. And I think one important thing is that those compensation will covers only the effect of the shutdown, but not the effect of the BTC price movement. So we will announce the distribution report. I think after we complete the distribution, we have disclosed the figures like about how much we will be compensated to the holders in this month. So how do we come up with figures? We will first have some calculation like what is the effect making from the price movements. We will not count this in fact in our compensations, and then we will have another calculations like what is the effect of the shutdowns, we could easily have this fair number from if we assume that all the mining server is online, what is the typical time that is running, and we will have this running compared to the real hours that is running, so we could easily tell what should be the amount that should be compensated. But I think, like I said, this compensation is from the quota that originally is planned to send to the reserve pool. So we will also consider the health of the reserve pool, because the main purpose of reserve pool is to maintain our hash rate is perpetual enough to maybe to buy some new servers, or maybe to do some repairs kind of things. So the health of the reserve pool is especially important. So we'll strike a good balance between the amount of compensation and the amount to the reserve pool. So yeah, I think for this month we do have the compensation, and this is the policy we will follow in the future if there is also some extreme weather or extreme condition that is beyond our control. So yeah, this is the second things I would like to share. The third thing I would like to share is about community involvement. I think congratulate to the winners, right? The Mr. Tokoni, the Robo, and Zero X Galaxy, Vin to Han, and the gentleman, the Bayon. Sorry, I can't really read your name. But anyway, I think thank you so much for your support. I think thank you so much for your involvement. I could tell that lots of community members, you are sharing your ideas in the community group on the Twitter, on the X, and also interact with me during the live chat. I think thank you so much for your involvement. We will send the monetary reward to all the winners in June, and of course July we still have these programs online. So I think if and by the way, the points will down to 0 starting in July. So everyone start from the same lines. If you start involved right now, maybe you will be the winners for July. So I think we need you guys, right? Your involvement will make the branding of HAG, I think, more well known. So I think this is all good, no matter for HAG, for you, and also for the community. So yeah, this is the third news I would like to share with you. So here's a recap. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Okay, here we go. So here's a recap. So congrats again to the all 1 and on 2 investors. Your mining server is online since July 1st, and you will start receiving your WBTC distribution in August. And especially congrats to the R1 investor. You will start enjoy your effect, the positive effect from the token dividends that we give it to you as round 1 investors. And secondly, the compensation is here. We know that there is some shutdown in June, so we will we have some policy related to the compensations to strike a good balance between the health of the reserve pool and the benefits of the token holders. And this determination will be on a monthly basis. It is not guaranteed, so take this especially in mind. And as for this, we encourage everyone to get involved in the community. And I think me personally, I'm more happy to interact with you. And like I said, never be afraid to ask any questions. We are not afraid to answer the strange questions you think you might have, but for us, it's not a strange question. It's just the questions. So we want to make sure that there's no there's no misunderstanding among you and us. So yeah, this is the content for the community call today and for this week. And I think looking forward to your participation and looking forward to the market, to the mining operations in the future. So yeah, take care, have a good one, and see you in the next. Bye.